Well, it's been a while since we've seen this minivan, but it's back. This time we're doing a bunch of little stuff to it. Well, we're also going to do a dash, but it's minor. And there'll be a separate video on that. First, let's get started with a little bit of headliner repair. How we doing?
It's smoothing out pretty good. Now I'm going to be putting the tacks up. That adhesive is working good.
Excellent. So on this vehicle with these headliners, there's really no repairing them. Now, you can get this stuff right here, and this will glue it up, but as soon as some wind gets in here, this headliner's coming right back down. Now, if your vehicle is a beater, like this one is, all you want to do is get some thumbtacks and tack these up after you put some adhesive on there. Yeah, I know it's not the best looking, but let's face it, it's a beater. It is a point A to B car. We're not trying to spend money on this thing. We're just trying to keep it running, keep it going down the road, keep it safe, and you really can't have headliner material in your face all day. So I'm gonna get started on this while he is working on that headliner. Here's our new instrument cluster. There's a link in the description. Might be a good idea to have a magnet handy. You reach underneath like this, you should be able to pop that connector in. It's a little bit of a tight fit. You kind of have to do it blind, but it's not that bad. And we're going to put it in just like this and twist her up into place. So check that out. You got to work a dash now. How's that headliner coming back there?
Oh, well, it's getting there. Got a little ways to go yet.
Yeah, it does. I like the little pattern you got going on there with the thumbtacks. Looking good. Looking good. All right, so I know some of you are going to think this is ridiculous, and I think it's ridiculous, but my mom would, well, she would like it if the clear coat on this hood was a little nicer. She saw my Poppy's Patina video and thinks that it would be great if the minivan also had some nice clear coat on it. So to me, it's a waste of time, but you know what? You gotta do it right. I've got some leftover Poppy's Patina, and I'm gonna try it out on this hood. Now, first we are gonna use some wax and grease remover, get all the dirt and wax and grease off the hood. If you remember in the last video, I wiped it on because, well, as you can see, it says wipe on clear. But what I'm gonna do this time is I'm gonna use this spray bottle and see if I can spray it on the hood and get a little bit better of a finish out of it. The wipe on stuff is not bad, but I think a little spray bottle like this will work better. And I know you're thinking, why don't you just get like a HVLP spray gun and spray it that way? Well, I could do that, but all I'm doing is spraying the hood here. And I was thinking for spot spraying, well, quite frankly, for spot spraying the Porsche 944s that I'm also working on, I thought this might work great because on those the clear coat is really peeled in some places and fine in other places. So something like a spot approach with this, I don't know, might work out. But you know what? It's just fun to try these things. We are just going to hit this hood with some wax and grease remover. I can assure you there's no wax on this hood. There is probably some grease and oil from the valve cover leak. Hit a little bit, very lightly with this green scrub pad, just to rough it up a little. Looks like somebody may have scraped snow off it this winter with a snow shovel. A lot of scratches on the hood. These spray bottles came with a cool little funnel. I'll put a link in the description. Hopefully they work. I'm not going to put much in here because it's not going to take much to do this hood. I know what you're thinking. If it doesn't work, I've wasted all this material. Now, if it doesn't work with this spray bottle, I'll just pour it on a rag and wipe it on. Put a little tiny bit of the hardener in. All right, so I've already adjusted this. I sprayed it a little bit against a box of cardboard, so let's see how it comes out. I don't hate it. Now it is getting some drips, which is then running down and running off. But from when I wiped it on the C10, I like the way this is laying down. It's a shame about those spots. Okay, I think we're just going to let this dry and see how it comes out. Well, my dad's out test driving his minivan. I think we got another visitor showing up. She needs some tires. What? Nice of you to finally make it.
There's traffic.
Okay. Come up a little bit more. That's good.
Did you already have dinner?
Oh, I'm not joking. So, new tires. How's it feel to have tires that don't look like racing slicks?
God.
Yeah? Yeah. Come on, let's look at her old tires. Yeah, I know. Take a look at these. Look, right down to the tread indicator and right on past it. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yep. Living your best life, huh? You ready for dinner? Let's go.
Yes, get in the car.
All right, what we've got here is a nasty, gross, leaking valve cover. So time to take care of that. After we clean a little bit. Not tight at all.
Oh no.
Like, not at all. It's,
oh wow.
that's finger tight. What about this one? Yeah, look at that.
Crazy.
Yeah, when you don't need a ratchet to loosen them,
Yeah.
that's when you know it's you got a problem. Yep, this one needs a ratchet on it.
Oh, finally.
Definitely know why it's leaking.
Yep.
Alright, so now we're just going to clean this off. Pull the old gasket off of here, put the new gasket on, put it all back together. Here's our old gasket. It's a rubberized gasket, but take a look, it's toward here. So that's not why it was leaking, but that's why it would be leaking if the bolts had actually been tight. It's leaking because the bolts were not tight at all. And just like magic, all the old gasket material has been scraped off and it's nice and clean, and we are ready to go with our new gasket. Slip her into place. All right, that's that. Let's just hook up our hose here, breather hose, and that looks like a job well done to me. What do you think? I think we're finally done with the minivan for this trip. So, like, subscribe, comment. See you all down the road. Want to say bye?
Bye.